Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to TwoCrazyShuckers Creations. Today, I'm going to show you how I create these gummy bear earrings. So, um, I've just been playing around with colors. And then I drill them, and this is like a capped, oh, I don't know what they're called. Let me see if I can show you. They're sterling silver. Um, but they look like this. And I just cut them off for the length that I need because I found the screw eyes in sterling were not thick enough and heavy enough to do what I needed them to do. So in this one, I added some mylar flakes. This one, I used a bead cap that we used during our pearl drilling days. This was orange and yellow. And the only difference from these from our regular earrings is that I just coat these on the back with a UV resin coating. I don't use the nail polish. I guess you could. These colors are good, but I would like to do a purple pair. And I think I'm going to have a little play around of putting... so I did put sprinkles in these, which are super cute and fun. But what I want to do is, I was looking through my glitter stash, which is huge, and I found this glitter, and I thought that is almost the perfect color to match the pastel inks from Let's Resin. So I thought, wouldn't that be fun? A fun little glitter experiment to see if I can get glitter. I mean, I got this to work in there fine. That is like some little white butterflies and some mylar flakes. So the one I want to use, oh, these definitely need to shake. That's not quite it. Maybe I'm wrong about the color. Nope, that's it. I think this could be interesting. I do need to give that quite a little shake though. And I'm going to place you on pause while I get out some medicine cups. I forgot that I needed to replenish those. Okay. I'm going to be so sad when these containers of cups are gone. I got them at the Habitat for Humanity store, and they were 25 cents for like 4 full sleeves. I don't even know how many was in there. So I think that's a pretty good match. Let me see if I've opened this one. I have. Okay. So I'm gonna take, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I'm gonna give it a go. Try my best. These sell really well for me. I only have one pair in the shop right now, and I've been meaning to re-up them. Usually what I do though is I try to put the darker color at the top so that you don't see where I drill and do that, which I forgot about. It's been a while since I've made them. So I'm going to take this glitter, which came from Lyracy. And I want it to be quite thick in there. This was from their macaron set. Look at this color. So it gave me the idea when I seen the blue to maybe try it and match it with these pastel inks. I do know you do not need very much of these pastel inks in UV resin. So just be careful of that and mindful of it. Oh, there's a little bit of glitter right there. Okay, there's that one. I'm afraid if I put too much glitter that I won't get down into the details. Let me find a very small dotting tool, which I have here. How do I want to do this? It's going to fall anyway to the front. Let me see if I can bring you down a little bit so maybe you can see better. How's that? A little bit better? I definitely need to spray my hands because they feel a little bit sticky. Not sure where that's from. So what I'd like to do is do the top with the more opaque, so it kind of hides where I have to drill them. And this little mold holds way more than you would ever imagine. Well, this might work. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure I have enough of this, but I'm going to add what I have now and just let it flow together a little bit for a minute. And then I'm going to take the rounded part of my dotting tool, and before it fills all the way, I want to get down into the little feet and hands of the bear and kind of push that glitter down a little bit. So hopefully we're not getting a bunch of air pockets. I've really never done this with glitter before, so I'm not sure what we're going to get. And you have to remember the eyes in there too. They're a little detail. Just run the dotting tool over it. Now I'm going to just kind of swirl it right where they meet, so it's not like a harsh line. Oops, I am not even going in the mold. I do apologize if you can hear my grandson. To get a video made, that means sometimes making it during the day, which means that he is here with me. So I want to try and clean all this up that I can. I do have to get a little silicone tool out, but I do want a little bit more of this glitter mix in there. It surprises me every time how much resin it takes to fill this little bear. It's crazy. And then, you know, it's better to not really dome this up too high. You're better off filling it afterwards because it does get kind of a weird edge. How pretty are those? I think those are filled pretty darn good. I'm going to put just another drop of this blue just because I don't want to waste it. And also what I'm going to do is to kind of save that blue for a minute. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to put that up into my light lamp to cure it. And I'm just going to go over this with the lighter and get out any bubbles that I can. Let's see if we have any other colors that match in here. Oh, so cute. Yeah, I'm really liking that. I hope this works out. I think I'm going to do it in a few different colors that may have a matching glitter to one of these pastel alcohol inks from Let's Resin. Had to go back in there and diffuse him. He was all yelling and all mad about something. Kids just play differently today, don't they? I'm not saying I opened these perfectly either. When I opened them, I found that the new set, the bottles did not like puncture like the old style did. It was so weird. And again, I think I've made up too much of this. But what I'll do is maybe make a set of all the pastels mixed together. And my resiner's machine just started, so if you have a resin room, that thing is a lifesaver. I guess you wouldn't hear him in there playing so roughly if that was going. This one is kind of holographic. It's got some matte, but some holographic in it as well. Super pretty. I've had these for a long time. But I've kind of been not using glitter as much anymore. I've definitely been using more inks and powders because I got so discouraged with the glitter having so many air bubbles. So what I'm going to do is put a little more resin in here. Because there's plenty of glitter stuck to the sides. Ooh, is that one in there kind of messy? That's okay. It'll all work out in the end. Hopefully. I'd like to think I'm making something that is going to work out. I hate to waste product. The one good thing about UV resin, I mean, you're not wasting much each time you do it because you use such little small amounts. Oh, I didn't want to fill that till I took my dotting tool around it. So just going to get up in those ears. And the one thing that I've found is as I'm making all the sets, you know, each of the 4 pairs, it really gives the resin a good amount of time to kind of degas and stuff. So it kind of works out. See, those little arms, whoo-wee. I'm trying not to get bubbles. But these are nothing compared to making the ones that we make for Halloween that have the little skeleton in the front part. Those are challenging. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit more. I'd like that to come up a little bit further. So let's pick one more matching glitter to ink. What about peach smoothie? Okay, so there's that. What else is there? Lemon pie. which is that. Oh, now I can't decide. I just did the lavender. There's mint. This is dusty pink. Oh, here's what I'm gonna do. I think, what's this one? This one's strawberry cream. Because I really love this one, but I don't think that that's a very good match to it. So we'll see how these 4 pair come out. And then what I'll do is move on from there. It's a little too pink for that. What's this color? Oh, look at that. I think I'm going to go with this. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. These would be fun for like little, you know, Easter spring earrings. Ooh. I just need to remember less of the alcohol ink and more of the one with glitter. I really am in love with these little alcohol inks. They're super, super cute. And it's fun to have something a little bit different. But if the glitter works out in these, ooh, that could be a game changer. I don't know. We shall see. I'm opening these away from the other earrings because they are quite sealed. Again, apologies for the child in the background playing. I think I want another dot of this. I hope these cure. I guess we'll see. I'll probably put them on a full 10-minute cure just so that, and I recommend anyway with UV resin. I don't know if you've ever tried to make a mold from a UV resin cast, but it takes a couple of weeks for it to fully off gas. And I recommend letting your pieces sit in a a sunny area by a window or whatever for a couple of days so that they are curing and they're off gassing. Because before I don't package them up, they will sit sometimes 2 weeks over there on my shelf, the one shelf that's by the window, just because I want to make sure before I package them that they've, gotten cured, they've done their thing, and it's just me. My resin pieces that I do, my 2-part epoxy, I try to make sure that I pause you again. Okay, sorry about that. What was I doing? Now I know these are going to cure in the parts with the glitter in them. I know that's going to be fine. And I'm hoping that we get enough light passed through the top parts as well. So these have been sitting So many bubbles have come up to the top, which is nice. So we are going to take, I have a little bit of blue. We're really going to test to see whether it's going to cure or not, right? I'm going to put a little bit of this pink just in the feet a little bit. So as I was stating, I allow my resin pieces to cure weeks before I feel like it's safe to post them, to, to sell them. I think that VOCs and resin sometimes are just taken for granted, and we all should be more aware. So I'm going to take my dotting tool again. I'm going to try to get some of this blue up into his ears. And then I'm going to get down in the paws. I am going to clean my tool off so that maybe I don't get it mixed together quite as much. And now I'm just going to go about filling the rest of this in. I know that I have plenty of the lavender to fill in the middle, but I just want to make sure I get enough of the pink and blue because I don't have as much left. These will either be adorable or they won't cure. We are about to find out together. I'm putting all my cups up in my UV lamp to cure. What I'm going to try and do is pour this directly, I don't know what that is, from into the middle so it'll spread that pink and blue out. In theory, it should work, but then it allows me to fill up my mold all the way. So market season is upon us, and we have got events locally for March, April, and May. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that branching out locally has been a lot of fun. There is something dark right there. There's a bubble right there. See the bubbles coming up? There you go. And after they've sat a few minutes, you can just run that over them. And it should take care of anything you have on the surface. These cups are fully cured. But what I'm going to do is kind of set them in the back of my lamp. And then I'm going to take this up to the lamp and I'm going to let it cure. I didn't bring it down here and I don't know why. I have this one down here because I use them to do the backs, but I don't like, I like having the double-sided lamp. I should have got my resiners one out too and I didn't even think about it. So I'm just going to carry that up there. And before I do any more, I'm going to see how this cures. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to put you on pause for a moment because we are up to 258 followers, subscribers. And at 500, I've been working on this amazing giveaway, and I want to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to place you on pause, and I'll be right back to show you that. Okay, so I've kind of moved everything out of the way. I'm going to put this to the side. This is the box I've been working on. We have this mold. We have this mold. I have some tools that I've added. The glitter that we used when we did the Let's Resin opening. I have a full brand new set of Let's Resin alcohol inks for someone. Let's see. There are several of these UV resin lights in here, and I'm not sure if I might do a couple of small giveaways for that. I'm not quite sure yet. I have a couple of molds from Crafty 787. This is a little cat, and this is an apple and a pencil mold. I have some Resiner's tape, you know, to do your bezels with. I put a pair of tweezers in here, and there are some of the alcohol swabs. I have a UV resin light that I did use one time from Resiners, and I think that's what I'm going to put in this one. We have a variety pack of doubles from Eye Candy Pigments that I had. I still need to add some glitter from my glitter chick, but here is the bag of there's earring cards in there. There's earring findings. There's a whole bag of bezels. There's some black cord. There's some rubber ear nuts. This box should get anyone started making jewelry. If you have any other suggestions of what I could add besides some glitter, please let me know. Because this one, I did use the blue here. But I would love to add my glitter chick because her glitter is amazing and it's so unique. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm getting there. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting there, right? I feel good about it, and I'm excited to see the person who gets this and what they think of it. So I'm going to pause you again and I'll be back. Okay. So because of that opaqueness of that alcohol ink, I decided to run them a full 10 minutes. So let's see how this came out. Oh, a little bit of glitter went up in his face. That's okay. I guess that's where I swished it around. So I'm not seeing any air bubbles. But I do see where you can tell the glitter sank. Now, they do match really well together. So what I'll do is, let's try this pair. That barely shows at all, the three colors. And do you see that little air bubble right there in that paw? Okay. Well, I'm seeing blue flecks of something in my resin too. Oh, that one's adorable. I think we don't have any air bubbles. Oh, yay. Okay, so now I might have to try those other colors because he got a little bit of blue up in his face. I don't think that matters. I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh, this one's really cute. There's not as much sinkage. I definitely need to get the glitter thicker in that area. But we don't have any air bubbles. See, that one's not bad at all. Okay, so we'll put those up in the lamp. These two I won't mess with. And I'm going to go with some other colors. First one I'm going to do is yellow. And then I'll do a fast forward of me putting them all together. I am going to try a different bottle of resin and see if that resin is coming out of that bottle. Those dots, I mean. Oops, that's not the right one. Yes, it seems to be something in that bottle. Oh, that's way too much. Actually, I'll use that for the other. And then I'll do that for the yellow. I'm just going to give this one more shake. I don't think this one's open. Ugh. I have the worst time opening these new bottles. Let me try and stick it and see how it goes. I don't know what it is about this new set, but it's impossible to get a tack or anything in there. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the problem. So that means I have to take this and cut. Oh, that's way too far down. Oh, messy, messy, messy. Okay. So that's not a very... The pastels alone aren't very dark at all. Surprising. Like I said, I'm going to put quite a bit of glitter in this one. And I'm going to see what happens. Let me get some sticks. Let me make sure that I'm in frame. And I could probably come down a little bit more so you have a better view. Oh, that yellow is fun. I'm not going to add any more glitter to that. And you'll know when your alcohol ink is mixed in because you'll have those strings or strand. I'm wondering what's in my bottle over there that's making those blue dots. I guess it really doesn't matter because it's going to all go where it wants to go. That's the joy of resin, right? Well, this is like lemon sherbet. I guess these are macaron, not ice cream, right? I do want a little bit more of that yellow up here, though. Okay, then I'm going to take the dotting tool, get me a baby wipe, because as you can see in that one, you got to make sure you get those little paws. Those little paws and little feet areas can be quite challenging to get right. Now, I suppose you could, well, there's an idea. You could mix some of the alcohol ink, oh, too much, in to the glitter mix, and it would not give you that clear background where the glitter falls. Let me get my little cleanup tool. Here's one I can use. Got a little too much in this one. I'm gonna take just a little bit out. I'd rather they be less in there than overfilled. Oh. Well, I'll be dogged. That's not very good luck, is it? Just go around that edge with the glitter to kind of make sure you're not getting any air bubbles on that back side. Then I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. Ugh, this is why I don't like using glitter as much anymore. I've got an idea though. Let's take this. Let's mix this in with it. Let's add some more resin. Let's see what happens and do a set like this. Huh. Okay. Have a little play around here. Hopefully I didn't put too much alcohol ink in. These are cute little opaque bears, but I am happy to see that the resin cured with the opaque alcohol ink, the pastels. I've really not had much problem with alcohol ink curing. It's just the amount that you put in you have to watch for. And, you know, be proactive. You can't use a half a bottle of alcohol ink, or you can't, you know, do any kind of Petri. That technique is not going to work with UV resin. So I did try to make these one time and do like an ink drop right into the mold. It was fine. It was fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's just as easy to mix the alcohol ink into your resin and then pour it into the mold. I think you'll be just as happy. So I'm going to put that up in the light to get a cure while I'm still curing those. And we'll see what that looks like. Who knows? It might look cute. I'll put a little bit of this in there. Just because I had the extra left. Okay, what was the other color that I was dying to do? I did that pink. What about the orange? Oh, the peach. Peach smoothie. And the Lyrisy. I just don't need... See? The little blue spots. That is... I'm not sure what that is, actually. Oh, this one isn't open either. Bummer. Now, I have used these in UV, and I made the turtle shaker with the Into resin mold, and they came out fine. Oop, that was probably an extra drop I didn't need. But that's okay. And I think this was the color? Or is this the color? No, I like this one. Like I said, I'm making that quite thick. Maybe it'll save it from dropping quite so far. I truthfully have no idea at this point. Oh, I love that color. This color, I'm not quite sure of. Did I not get that? Against my better judgment, I'm putting one more drop. We'll see. I guess its saving grace will be the glitter at the bottom. Hopefully these match good enough. Oh yeah, those look cute. Ooh, I could do a whole like, just left me, a macaron gummy bear line. Because this glitter line is called macarons. So I could do a whole glitter line of gummy bears. Boy, my words are just failing me today. So let's use the other end of this since I broke the other end off. I'm not a fan of that kind of silicone tool. I think they're for nails or something. And I've had them a while, so I dug a bunch of them out to use them up. Because that is why that white thing comes out every single time. Now, I'm probably going to regret putting this all in here, but I'm going to. I love that peach color. I have to say, that's quite pretty. But I do want to make sure I'm getting it down in those areas, because that would upset me to have air bubbles in such a pretty combination. I don't think there's really any way of getting glitter to not drop down into the face. See, you can see the air bubbles have come up on this. We've had some more come up on this, and I'll do those. Let me see if there's one more color that we have not done yet. My cups are all cured, stuck together here. I think that looks super cool. So we did the blue, we did the purple, the yellow, the orange. This was the color I really, really love, this coral color. But I don't think... I think I'm going to use this one. I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what happens. I am going to go back to the smaller bottle too. I don't know why I went to that bigger one. And this is strawberry cream. I don't think there's another one. Let me check really fast before I do this. And knock everything over. That's a metallic. That's metallic. That's a blue. Dusty pink. Okay, this is the one. I'm just going to try to make it a little darker. Eugh. I might have just screwed up. We'll see. I don't even know if Lyracy still sells that glitter. You know, set. I'm not sure. You would have to check and see. I will see if I can find a link for you, but I have had those for years. This mold, you can probably get this mold anywhere. I think I got this one off Etsy. And I can get a link to it because it would be in my purchase history. So I wonder if I took a couple drops of this, if I might have just messed it up. Make it a little bit more corally. Actually, that is a lot of alcohol ink. I'm going to give it a go. I hope this cures because it's actually a better match now than it was. But there's a lot of alcohol ink in there. So all I'll do is give it extra time. I will show you how I cut those and how I drill a couple, but I'm not going to take the time to show you how I make all the earrings and stuff because you can go back to any of my videos and see how to assemble a pair of earrings. And if you ever have any questions about how to make earrings or the supplies you need, please feel free to reach out. I will be more than happy to share that information with you. As I stated, we use, for our business, we prefer sterling. I do have hypoallergenic as an option if you want to pay a little bit less for a pair of earrings. And we do use gold filled. So, you have to do what's right for you. But I found I have to wear sterling. I have to wear good metals. So I try to provide that same courtesy to my customer base as well. However, if you see anything you like and you want it in hypoallergenic and you want to pay a couple dollars less, feel free to reach out. I would be more than happy to make you a pair of your earrings with, no. Even if I do the screw eyes that are not sterling, I could probably take another 50 cents off because actually it could probably be more because they are so expensive. And I know it's a choice. It is. It's a choice to sell what we make, and it's a choice to use sterling. I've got several videos I'm working on, literally, at the same time. But I wanted to re-up these, oh no, for our upcoming markets because they are so popular. And we're down to one pair in our Etsy shop, and I believe they're in somebody's cart. So this color match actually came out pretty good. So what I did was I took the pink and added a little bit of peach smoothie. And it was the strawberry cream and added a little peach. And that gave me that coral hue. It's not perfect, but she's pretty close. I sure hope I don't have any bubbles. And I'm excited to see how the pair comes out with the glitter mixed into that. Because, again, you won't have that area where, you have that clear where the glitter falls. So you won't have that clear on the back. So while these are up there curing, what I'm going to do is show you how I drill. And I'm going to show you really quick, like, how I attach that piece. We shall see. I'm going to throw this cup away. Put this up here. Turn the light on. And now these have ran for another 10 minutes, so they are good and cured enough to work with anyway. Got blue. This pair, I'm not. Sorry. They're just not worth it. And I'm going to put those up in the lamp to cure while those are curing as well. So let me get this out of the way. So I'm sure you can buy these in a shorter length. I just wanted to use what I had on hand. These are sterling silver. I think this is called, oh my. I'll have to look that up and I'll post it at the end so that if you want to get that. So let's get our resiners. Let me shut up some stuff here. Get some stuff out of the way. Now I have in here a pretty small drill bit. Let's go with this pair. So what I do, I don't know how to do this so you can see it. I try to stay as straight as possible. Now, that doesn't happen. You can look at the backs of some of them and you can see where I went off to an angle. Now, the good thing about it is when you drill, you know whether you're cured or not. Let me shut that up. Because I did not hit liquid right then. That means that I am fully cured. Oh, glitter just attached everywhere. So I take some wire, some cutters here, and I totally do a guesstimate, and I just cut that off. Now, if you have any experience at all with jewelry making, you'll see that you can pretty much throw anything together. So I do dry it off, and then I take a flat nose plier and I check the length. Okay, so that's flush. So then I take some of the bonding UV resin from Let's Resin. I kind of put a cup down so that I can use it if I have to. But I take the little, I don't even know what these are called. That's terrible. So I start the resin coming out and then I submerge it down in there and squeeze a little bit and I wrap it all the way around it. So then I take the screw, the little hook, and I put it in and I use this little light here. Now I have a piece of glitter there. I don't want to get sealed in. So I make sure it looks pretty good, pretty straight. And then I cure it a little bit. So then that's in there pretty solid right now. Get another baby wipe. And then I take one of these little swab things and I take whatever kind of fell here, lightly put that around just to make sure that I sealed that little, you know, cup part of that little wire on there. Then I take another one. I spray it with alcohol. And I just make sure that I don't have any extra resin, you know, on the ears and stuff. And I just make sure I don't have anything stuck. I'm going to put that up in the lamp for a few minutes. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So these come out a little bit concave in the back. I'm not going to do this one before I show you. I'm going to show you really quick what I do. I kind of put it on a popsicle stick. And then I take my Let's Resin. And I just dome that backside and fill in any of that area. I apologize and I can only hope that I am in frame. And I just kind of move it out to the edge. I mean, go easy. Take your time. So I don't have I usually put all of the little, bales in first before I do this part. But I just wanted to show you what I do to dome it and how easy it is to just get that all filled in. Now I do add just another drop to make sure it, comes out quite nicely. So it looks like a gummy bear, right? I run the flame over it. And then that's when I use this light. Let's Resin cordless. Let's get all the lids on here so we don't mess anything up. And I run it for 2 minutes under that light. So that way, I mean, you could use this light as well, but that way it's getting cured before I move it into my lamp. So there you have it. I'm gonna get the one out of the lamp that has the pin bail. It has not been, filled in the back yet. And this is quite sturdy. And so these are sterling. Like I said, you don't have to use sterling. This part doesn't touch the ear. So it really doesn't matter. If you had a hypoallergenic, one to use, that would be good too. But for me, it's a preference to I want to use some of these things that I've had laying around. I also, on this pair, had these little tiny, these are pin cup bales, but I had a problem getting them because that, the pin inside of the cup is quite short. So it took me a few extra steps to get it in there. And then I was worried about it coming out. So I put a whole bunch of UV resin up around inside of that cup before I cured it. So it's in there solid now, and I'm not worried about it, but it was a little bit more work. So what I'm going to do is before I put this up in the lamp, I'm going to show you. That's what it looks like on the back, resin domed. And that's what it looks like when your little pin bail is added. So I'm going to finish. Oh, actually, I forgot about these. They feel good. And they're not sticky. So we have some bubble issues right there from seeing there's one there. It's okay. And that one has a bubble. Oh, I hope these don't have bubbles all through them. Oh, that one's cute. I'm going to put these back up in my lamp before I start to do anything to them. I want them to be fully cured. Oh, I love that. That was a good mix, too. Oh, these are super cute. I guess I'm going to call these my... And see, I put more, glitter in, so I don't have that clear back where the glitter fell as bad either. So these are going to be my macaron series of gummy bears. How cute are these? Everything looks great, too. I'm just putting them back up in the light so that they get another 10 minutes before I start working on them. This one's got some clear stuff, a little bit of overpour. Nothing major, though. I don't mind these nearly as bad. So the little extras that I made with all the pastel inks alone, I'm not a fan of, but I did get 6 super cute pairs of earrings today to make, which I'm excited about. It gives me a little bit different look. Here's the glitter in these, and then here's the you know, what I call the classic gummy bear. I'm going to call these my macaron bear earrings. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but that's okay. We learn from our mistakes and we make it right the next time. These are not going to make the cut, but Mason will enjoy these. I am going to finish on fast forward, and then I will come back with some pictures at the end. I want to thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye for now.